Yeah, my people, welcome back in the morning in Seria A, Seria Nicardo Media House. Salute to the people and bless upon yourself, still contributing to the morning inside a podcast. Yeah, I say a podcast, no, I just said it's just a morning show. I wouldn't say it's just a podcast, but yeah, we're there again, we talk about some, very interesting topics as usual. Yeah, but guess what? Breaking news just by doing this video, just what, 30-40 minutes ago. Yeah, seeing this news, and it's about, hey Siri, what time it is?
It's 4:22 a.m.
Yeah, the news just broke. 4:22 a.m. The news just broke. Yeah, Mauricio Pochettino will lead the charge, will lead the US men's national team, will lead the Yanks, in 2026. And guess what? Mauricio Pochettino will be leading the US men's national team next year edition of the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Yeah, excited times, in CONCACAF, man. You just couldn't write the script. I think this is one of the biggest appointments I've ever happened in the history of their probably football. For me, probably the last big thing ever really walking at the US men's national job, it's probably Jurgen Klinsmann, and Matt Cracker. They have struck, I think he got this one right. If this don't work, then who's to blame? But look, Mauricio Pochettino, man, very good coach. Look, Canada, Jesse Marsh, who familiar. I'm going to get there. Canada have Jesse Marsh, one of their biggest appointments in their footballing history in terms of coach. Steve McLaren, running reggaeboyz, yeah, done at 876, one of the biggest CV ever walked through that JFF tour. You would say Mauricio Pochettino. Who else? I'm leaving out anybody else. And you have Javier Aguirre linking up with Rafa Marquez. Rafa Marquez is the assistant coach. So Rona in a CONCACAF, it get excited because 4 top coach, yeah? 4 top coach. All those 4 coaches have coached in the top 5 league in Europe. Yeah, when Mauricio Pochettino was at Espanyol 2009 to 2012, who was his successor, who they appointed after that? The current Mexican coach Javier Aguirre, yeah, in 2012. And then when Pochettino contract got terminated because Espanyol did some financial crisis around this, so Mauricio Pochettino come up against Steve McLaren, Chelsea versus Manchester United. Yeah, Leeds United, 2022, 2023. Jesse Marsh came up, against Mauricio Pochettino them, Steve McLaren them. Yeah, his assistant coach is Eric Ten Hag. So everybody familiar with each other. And guess what? Javier Aguirre is a coach in the La Liga. Pochettino coaching big teams over the years, and they're trying to see if they can get this one to work. Especially I think they're probably looking at how Poch have coached the Spurs team to that Champions League final when you have the young squad, the young Min Song, Dele Alli, Harry Kane, that Van der Veer, that little is it Van der Veer? I think from Marlon and Toby Otherwheel, that good team. I think, Trippier was on that, Danny Rose, Hugo Lloris. I think, they're looking at that and look at how he really direct that young, hungry squad. And I think this US team, I think they're hungry. I think there's a very talented bunch of players, they just need that right manager to get the best out of them. And, Poch probably can see if he can replicate that, what he have done with Spurs, and bring that over here. It's going to be very hard. I think Poch, not a really serial sniper killer out there when it comes down to like a like that coach, but I think he can get the job done with this team. Look, he's going to be in an organization where he's probably the biggest individual in that room, so he will comfortable in his space. It's not like when you run at Paris, Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, all those players. Did he coach Messi? I don't remember, but that big egos, yeah, around us in a Paris Saint-Germain dressing room. Now he's in the US men's national team with some bunch of, some some youths growing into a adult, growing into a man now, into that man figure in the game, yes, they will be hungry. They will listen to Poch. Yeah, big name in that locker. So look, this is a big news for the US men's national team. And talking about that, I saw an article at Verticus, thing C Sports announced that they will not follow up on their 2-year contract to broadcast the Premier League in the Caribbean. ESPN seems like they will be the official broadcaster for the upcoming season. They just couldn't get that deal over the line with Flow or Digital. So so the channel could feature on cable. I remember when I was even in Jamaica, man, I was watching the Premier League. I have to be, watching it on my phone. Sometime I have to be like, get it stream, the C Sports website through the Amazon. Is the Amazon? I think the Amazon, the Fire Stick. Yeah, so you could watch the game on the TV. Couldn't get it on national TV, on cable. But now ESPN will bring that Premier League on ESPN in the Caribbean. Yeah, so, but look, people, man, I don't know, man. This leonbailey situation. Look, the problem seems like it started already. Trust me, the problem seems like it started already, because when everybody heard the coach have said this. Yeah, everybody have heard the coach say this. So listen to this.
Like everything I do with all the players, and a big part of this is about recruitment. And I like that recruitment. I like connecting with players. I like talking with players. And the most important thing with Leon is to talk to him, to connect, to communicate. And it's a clean sheet. With me coming in, I know a little bit about the history. I know a little bit about what's going on. I understand top players. I understand them. And it's a conversation that we will definitely have. My intention, I only left Manchester on Monday. I come here to meet everybody. As soon as I go back, phone calls to all the players. Go see all the players. And quite fortunate, Leon is not far from where I live, so I'll be contacting in the car on the way to meet.
So when you listen to that as a fan, you expect everything supposed to be going really well with the national team, with the coach. This is a new coach, clean slate, clean sheet, everything, yeah? Not saying that, what JFF said, it's not a bad thing, but you have to put these things into context. Look at the history of leonbailey, the history of where him and JFF is coming, the history of his dad, his agent, his manager, any you could say anything, Craig Butler. Look at the history and put it into context. You can't tell this man to go out there and write a letter and put it out there. You need to deal with these stuff behind the scene. Look at what happened with Eric Ten Hag and Jadon Sancho. Steve McLaren was right in the mix. He was right in the mix with that as well. So you understand the whole parallel of how Eric Ten Hag has dealt with that internal issue. Look at how they deal with it when Jadon Sancho report back for preseason camp at Carrington. They deal with their stuff behind the scene. Yes, the Ten Hag first season, a lot of things blew out of proportion, but look at how they dealt with it when Jadon Sancho reported back for pre-season training camp at Carrington. Everything dealt with internally, and with this coach saying that he's going to speak with this player personally to see where his headspace is at. Not saying he's going to say, look, come. Come. He's not going to force, he's going to speak with Leon, speak on the matter and see where his headspace is at, if he's ready to represent back the country and if he's ready to come back into the national team, but it seems like every time when there's supposed to be a squad to be named in probably 2 weeks or less, there's always controversy around the football. I don't know how Jamaica and all is just controversy. Yeah, it's just be a madness around football, and it's painful sometimes to listen, look and hearing the stuff that really going on in the football. Yeah, I think I think this matter should be dealing, behind the scene. I don't think, right after the coach did a press conference and said he's going to speak with the player, days after, man, I got to interview with the newspaper and be saying these stuff like, so you telling me that when which coach gonna come at Jamaica and do not want the best player in their squad? Yeah, the best player to be represent the squad. Leonbailey is the best player in Jamaican football at this moment. You cannot argue against that. That's just a fact. Yes, he might not be on the form that the Marigre have shown previously when he just came in. Yeah, but the name, the stature, the pedigree, what did in English Premier League last season, yeah, over 20 goals involvement for Aston Villa, helped direct them to Champions League football, the biggest thing in a Jamaican football. So I don't know, man. Look, too many egos, around the football, and I think we need to move these egos around the football. Else, look, the World Cup campaign has started. This coach Dave will manage a game yet. This coach will manage a game yet, and the foolishness start already. So what happened when everything started soaking? No Leonbailey September, no Leonbailey October, no Leonbailey November. We have one more window before the World Cup qualifier start. Yeah, after the March window, if we make it to the knockout rounds of the Nations League, yeah, if that's one more window left before we go to the World Cup qualifier, we can't crush that ship here. We can't make that ship here sink like Titanic. And this will come like the man them want to do to the football. Like the man them do every single thing in them power to sink Jamaican football. Look what they did to the women's football. I even remember when Alf Grimson came in and I tried to pick him squad. The same issue with the captain, with the captain, Andre Blake. And the man said he need the best goalkeeper in the squad. Andre Blake is the most consistent player for the reggaeboyz team over the last decade. You cannot buy that. It's just a fact. And Steve McLaren, seeing that, he saw the talent in the Premier League last season with Leonbailey. Him I go on this man in a him team. So that's why the man said he will deal with this situation with over 3 decades of coaching experience, coaching some of the biggest names around the world of football. So you must know how to deal with this matter internally. So I don't know why and how the man them go to go to interview with the newspaper and all of this thing just published and just blew out of proportion. I don't think all that. Yes, Leonbailey have went out public and said some stuff which is true, and some things you could say no way you should say that Leonbailey. So both parties a lot of times wrong. But man up, remove the egos, remove the pettiness, and deal with these matters internally. Let the manager sit down with the player, or all parties sit down and come to an agreement and look and say, this is what we're going to do, and let's do this for the football of Jamaica. Let's do this for the people. Let's do this for the nations. This is not some fans, for that come up and turn up and watch match at Villa Park week by week. This is the nation. This is the people that support the football for this national team, Jamaica. I want to go to the next World Cup, but to all things that line up, it's just going to be an ongoing saga, on. And by the coach even said, look, he talked to him here at Grimson. Grimmy probably, point out and laid out some of these stuff in on a sheet of paper, to the coach, and like, look, these are the challenges that you're going to face. You're probably going to deal with some very incompetent man. And I'm just saying this, man. If Leon don't really want to play anymore for the country, I'm fine with that. JFF, the people them around the football, they need to go, they need to step aside. If at this ever happen for the football sake, for Jamaica, Leon stepped away, the JFF, the head office, all the man them remove themselves, resign, walk away from the football. Let us are willing to start over fresh and fail to qualify for the next World Cup. I'm willing for everybody to step aside who I could be a problem around football and fail to the World Cup. Yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice that, you know, start over everything, start over a brand new program, and let's, you know, direct the football and, you know, and build the football from scratch and, you know, build a unity around football. But you know, things are happening right now, it's just a headache. It's like, you know, get up every day and listening to what's really going around, you know, in administration and stuff in Jamaican sports. You have to walk with a pill. You have to walk with a buckle of Advil, knowing that, look, you just never know when you're going to run up in some store that it just gonna make your head hurt you. See the Olympics there, the JOA, JHA, them are after them look pettiness and not putting the athlete them first. Not putting the athlete them first and deal with the athlete them as all them should be dealing. So I'm just saying, man, look, professionalism, administration, leadership, it's a big problem, and it started from the Prime Minister. If it started from the Prime Minister, the leadership in our country is very poor. The youths them get failed a lot of time because there's lack of leadership, lack of direction. There's not much quality administration stuff is really going on in Jamaica. Some are probably the well organized company that in Jamaica is probably some private entity that don't really have nothing to do with the regular youths. That's, you know, all they living, all their daily life is going in Jamaica. You know, don't really want to go too deep into the political thing, but I'm just saying, man, Mr. Chung, Ricketts, Rudolph Speed, please, man. I don't know if this going to happen, and how much time I'm going to sit in front of this camera and beg the man them, please, let's remove yourself from the football. Put away your egos and make everything be as one, smooth. This is a new coach. The coach, the manager, teammate, and all of them crap here. So you telling me when the coach say this, when you go behind the coach back, so you're telling me that no, this is like you're interfering with the selection of the coach. The coach wants a particular player, but you going behind his back and say, look, you need to apologize, you need to do a letter. To be honest, it's going to be very bad for the JFF with the history that they have between Leonbailey and him parties, to tell him that, come on and look, you need to write a letter. Yeah, go behind the scene. It will more be appreciated if you got behind the scene and sit down with Leon, with the coach and him parties, and like say, listen, just email us a letter and telling us that you're available, put it out there on the record and let us have it. Yeah, so nobody would know what happened. Nobody. So all you hear, Leon Chippy Bailey will be back for the national team. You know, people, man, look, I don't know, man, they come like I'm kind of afraid, you know. I'm kind of afraid, people. No, man, I'm kind of afraid because it just seems like the football, it's just going backwards when it's supposed to be going forward. You know, this is a very good time. You know, look at the seasoning. Pochettino just got appointed, you know, for the US men's national team. They're looking to be that juggernaut again in CONCACAF. Mexico, a very good appointment with Rafa Marquez, you know, Avi Aguirre and Rafa Marquez over there. Jesse Marsh is over there, you know, with the Canucks, the Canada national team. Steve McLaren, you know, very good CV, you know, I think he's a very good man personally, you know. I think he can get the best out of this team, yeah. I think he can carry this team for the next 2 to 3 years and pass on the button to another coach where the football can strive again, where the football is going to be better. And I think the administration, they need to pass on, you know, the button to some next sets of guys that who's going to come in and pilot the football, you know, remove all these bad bloods, yeah, these blood clots, you know, in the national team, the program, yeah, the administration section. Remove all these bad bloods, walk away and let some younger mind, fresher mind, farmer players, you know, come in and try to direct the football as how it's supposed to be doing, you know. In world football, that's the model, you know, everybody is doing. Look at all the other nations, you know, Costa Rica making smooth transition in administration. Honduras is doing everything to give Ronaldo Rueda the power for Honduras to qualify for another World Cup. Every country around us with administration issues. They are fixing their own problem internally. They are fixing their own problem. So the football on the pitch, yeah, the football on the pitch can get better. The administration part is doing their best in their power, because nobody in CONCACAF will ever get this opportunity again with Mexico, Canada, and US. You cannot write this script. So every team is looking, say that, look, we want to qualify for the next World Cup. You just cannot write it. So only we rather start beat up or go with each other and fight against each other. No one come like we don't want to make it like everything we do. It seems like it have to be a problem. As I say, I don't know for years now, every single time when a squad to be named, it's always madness around it. And the squad will be named in a couple weeks from now, and the problem start already without even the coach manage a first game. If they ever step foot in the office when it come on to September the 5th, that day they ever come yet when say, yo, my manage my first competitive game for the reggaeboyz. You know, some people, you know, tell me what you guys think, man, in the comment section, and you know, we can reason it out down here. But bless upon yourself, you know, madness, man. The football is sad. The football is like, you know, the a side effect when you take some, he says, some expired medication. You know, you have to be walking with a bottle of Advil in your pocket whenever you're listening to the stories around Jamaican sports, not just football, sports. It's a headache. You know, so bless upon yourself, people. Salute, you know, Nicardo Media House out here, morning inside and out.